Alright, hello guys, this is Whisky here, starting from somewhere a little different for once. Um, I went for a bit of a wander to get some building materials and bits and pieces to do a bit of building before the next thing, and I've made a miraculous discovery. I have discovered cows. I can see at least two from where I'm stood right now, one hidden behind there, and one down there. Oh, how many episodes ago was it? It was like 10, even though I think this will be number 5 by the time this goes out. I have finally found some cows. 3 cows, no less. Possibly 4. Oh, I don't like these trees. Possibly 4 if no, I was being blind. Right. On the off chance I would find cows, I did bring some wheat. Hello, cows. Yes. Come hither. That's one. Where's the other? Where did the other cow go? Where are you? There he is. Cow! Okay, yeah, got him out. Woohoo! There's one down there as well. I got myself 3 cows. They all follow me. And I've got another sheep as well. You're not welcome, sheep. I've got enough sheep. Sick him, boy. Better than a dog any day of the week. Right. Sure there's another cow, but 2 is good. Gives me milk. Gives me leather. Beef. Start making myself some armor at some point. So yeah. Happy days. No, come on. Don't do this to me. Alright, so finally managed to get him all the way back. In. Come on. You fat buggers. One at a time. One at a time. Oh, come on. That's it. Yes. Woohoo! About time. Oh, that took long enough. Right. So, just grabbing that so I can get these fed. Starting to breed. Smooch. I get experience for breeding a cow. Anyway, right. Have you got my high? There you are. Alright, you have earned this. Have a treat. Good boy. Level 1 brawler bat now. A bit harder. A bit more experienced. I know, right. So yeah, this is going to be the site of a bit of a workshop. I thought, considering that I'm doing some bits and pieces and I'm going to need more minerals and the rest of it, I would start building a suitable workshop. So I can make use of the industrial craft tools such as the macerator and things like that, and start generating some electricity. But for that I'm going to need to collect rubber and probably get some actual rubber saplings as well, so I can put down some trees and get something locally. So yeah, I'll see you probably after the jump. Alright, let's have a look where we are at the moment. Previously I was just running around, but show you some of the changes I've made to my home. Mahai will take us along for a ride. I've added a bit of a pavement, gravel pathway. Just tightened it up a little bit. Found myself some rubber wood trees and got a bit of a rubber wood supply on the go. In fact, I need to go pick up some rubber, which I should have had in the smelter, and that should be done. Right. So, I set up a little area aside here, which is a bit like a bunker for my industrial stuff. I haven't actually built anything yet, but I have started a coke oven at the back here, which I'll finish off and show you how it's made. What you need is sand and brick, and you put it in a, I think it's 5 sand and 4 brick, like so, and that gets you a coke oven brick. Now by itself the brick doesn't do anything, you have to build it into a configuration like so. It's 3x3 on the bottom, then it'll be 3x3 but with the centre square open, so I'm just going to complete the top, which is 3x3 again. And I don't have enough bricks. Go me. And what was it? 1, 2, 3. I thought I made enough. Evidently not. And I haven't got enough sand. Hey, give me 2 secs. Alright, so as per usual, I managed to plan these things out so well. Because I'm, that skilled and good at doing this. Alright, 3 more coke bricks. And complete the top. And then you need the centre space empty. And then you do that, and boom! It turns into a window, and the side's got windows, and you have your coke oven. So when you right click on it, you get this interface come up. And what you do is you put you put coal in here, and you get coal come out, which is a more efficient version of coal. And you also get in this collection here creosote start to collect, and then you can use creosote to make the rails for the railcraft stuff. Because if you look at the rails now, they're not made using conventional recipes. Interesting. I type in rail and I get a bit of old set. It's a leather track. That's because it's called the track. See, for example, wooden rail bed and some standard rails, and you get a lot more tracks. There we are. When we look at the wooden track, wooden rail bed and wooden rails, and you make a rail bed by making wooden ties, and ties are made using planks and creosote. So you might get 1 wooden tie out of 6 planks, which is going to be 3 bits of wood, or 1.5 actually, to make that enough there. Because you get 6 slabs per 3 blocks, and that's how you start to make these more advanced rails. And then depending on where you place the wooden ties and extra bits. So standard track, which is, so wooden is the sort of like the normal one, and then they introduced the metal one became, there it is, better and faster, and then they introduced also high speed as well, and it's also reinforced. They've added some stuff since I last did any railcraft. It's ought to be fun. So yeah, we'll look into that more, but at the moment we're going to let this do. As you see, it takes a long time to start producing anything. This is the kind of thing that you set going and then you just leave it alone. So now we are going to make some power stuff. Long overdue. So first things first, I'm going to make some copper cabling. So I've got some copper ingots. I'm going to put in a line like so. But because I need it insulated, why have I only got 11? Ah, damn it. That's right, I can work with 6 to begin with, and I'll sort it out in a minute. Alright, and I just stick that in there. Now I need to make a battery. To make a battery, I need redstone. And I need tin. Now I'm going to try something here, see if Forge does its job. It does, good. I got a different type of ingot there. Now I was going for a little bit of a wander looking for some blue dye, because I thought I might have to make the Forge lexicon. Now the lexicon allows you, which is this book here, you craft this, and it allows you to convert ingot, one mod's ingot into a different type mod's ingot. So you got, like I say, 2 different tin ingots here. In fact, I mean, I think it's like used to be like so you got a tin ingot there, which is different from what I've got there already. So 1, 2, I count 3 ingots there. There we go. And then there's one that's just labelled tin. So there's 4 tin ingots all told. They're from all different mods. So sometimes they're compatible, sometimes they're not. But I need that battery. Now I'm going to make a generator. So I need to make a machine block, which I take refined iron, which is just iron that's been smelted again. I'm going to make a machine block. I'm going to make 2 of those because I'm going to need them. And I do that, and then I want to make a generator. So you take a furnace. This is probably the more expensive way of doing it, but it's just going to have to do. And then a redstone battery, and I get a generator. Now I'm also going to make a macerator, which means I need to go run and get some flint. Right, if memory serves me, macerator is a machine. I need to make a circuit, which means I need 1 more insulated copper wire. Which I can just do that. It's a shapeless recipe, just a piece of copper cable and the rubber to make an insulated cable. I'm going to need more of that. I'll just finish that off. Right. Now, piece of refined iron, which I don't have on me. See, I planned this thing so well. 2 secs. Okay. Now, I'm only making such a hash of this because if it was creative or I was cheating for a mod review, I could just spawn whatever I wanted. But because I'm doing a Let's Play and I don't particularly feel like cheating, then, well, I'm not going to cheat. Simple. Other than use the recipe and not enough items. I'm not that good to figure everything out. Alright, so circuit is a piece of refined iron in the middle, 6 copper cables, which I think makes it quite expensive, and 2 redstone, and I get an electronic circuit. Now, oops, it's getting dark in here. Only got 1 torch up. You may have noticed I've also got some sulfur torches, which are supposed to be brighter than their wooden counterparts. Quite how much brighter, I'm not entirely sure. They'll also produce some sulfur, which can be used as dye and fertilizer. You can also make an aluminium torch by combining a sulfur torch with aluminium, and you get sulfur from smelting gunpowder, and that seems like such a smart idea. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to what I was doing. I'm making a macerator, so I need a machine block, an electric circuit, and I think it's 3 flint across the top. Cobblestone. There we go. So 3 flint across the top, machine block, cobblestone, an electronic circuit gives us a macerator. They've done a lot of achievements. Last time I did this, it wasn't half those achievements. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that underneath I've got my generation, and all my machines are going to go up here. So I'm going to put that there, my macerator. I'm going to go downstairs. Now, for the time being, I'm going to install some battery boxes. So let's just put the generator. Oh, let's run some power down first. Some cables. Like so. How far can we go? I'll go there. That'll do for the time being. And then I'm going to put my generator there, like so. Now, not brilliant because I do ideally need a battery box, but we're just getting started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fuel source in here. Let's just do. Yeah, that'll do. So we're using the generator. It's producing EU, which you can see there. It's not going to be loads of it, but I only want a bit for an example. Because I'm going to grind up some tin. Because I need to make some more batteries to then make a battery box. And I also need to do copper as well. So this is generating. If I just stick my nose up there and right click on the macerator, that's got a full charge. And that's fully charged. Now, once it's fully charged, it finishes burning the last bit of fuel, and that's it. It won't burn any more fuel until it needs to top up again. Your macerator, you put 1 piece of ore in, like so, and it starts off. And I think the settings have got the sounds muted for this, thankfully. Anybody that's played with industrial craft before knows that these machines make an absolute racket, and when there's like but 3 or 4 machines going on at once, you don't want to be anywhere near the workshop. And then I get 2 dust. Hey, for each bit I put, for each ore you put in, you get 2 dust out. 2 dust out gives you, and then you smelt that into a single ingot. So I've now got, I've got double my output. Now I'm going to make, well, that's I'm going to let that finish, and then I'm going to make a electric furnace to and a extractor. So while I prep the materials for that, I'll be back in a sec. Alright, before we go any further, there's one tool I do need to make, and that is a wrench, which we get some bronze. And you make bronze by taking tin. You can do this with ingots or dust, and copper, and doing that shape with it. So 3 copper around the side and 1 tin, and you get 2 bronze dust. Or if you do it with ingots, you get 4 ingots. So it's, the ingots are 1 for 1, and the dust, it's not quite 1 for 1. I think it might be 2 for 1, but because you're getting double the amount out of the dust anyway, it's not a problem. To make the wrench, you just do a wrench-like shape, like a Y, and you get a wrench. What the wrench allows you to do, it allows you to remove machines safely without breaking them. If you take a pickaxe to a machine, there's a chance that it will just bust completely. And you'll just drop a machine block and you'll lose everything else, which, as you can guess, is a bit undesirable. We need a means to increase our energy storage so we're not burning so much fuel, and to do that we take some batteries, which we saw already how to make, and we make a battery box, or bat box. I just got another achievement. Some of the other machines I'm going to make is a compressor, and not a compressor, sorry, an extractor, and an iron furnace. To make the extractor, you need taps, and I need at least 4 of them. And then I make a machine block. I'm running out. Let me just dump a couple of things. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Right. Make a machine block. Machine blocks are the fundamentals of all your buildings. Building machines, even. So I'm just going to take 2 of those because I'm going to need them in a bit. I'll put that there. And as per like Whisky standard, there's something I've forgotten, which is I need to make 2 more circuits, which I need refined iron for. So bear with me, I'm just going to quickly make that. Right, so I've got my refined iron. I need a crafting table, and some redstone, and some wires. I get my 2 electronic circuits. Right, so machine block, electronic circuit, and taps. There we go, and that's my extractor. This is just an iron furnace, and I'm going to turn this into a electric furnace, which is that, if memory serves. Yep, there we go. So now I have 2 more machines. An extractor. Where did that machine block come from? Oh, I think I made it by accident. Oh, yeah, I didn't need to make it. Forget, for the electric furnace, you just take an iron furnace. I don't need. Right. Anyway, away machine block. All right. Macerator, extractor, and electric furnace. Electric furnace is just an improved version of the iron furnace, even more efficient. But what I want to do, I'm going to just move this stuff around a bit, and I am also going to reveal the underside of my machines and put some more cable in. Now, these copper cable can go for, I don't actually know how far before it runs out of, basically a cable has resistance, and after a certain distance each block of cable loses its potency. Is that the word I want? It's got a greater resistance. I'm just being completely confused with electric at the moment. The battery box is just an additional storage device. You can store up to 40,000 EU and will output 32. There are upgraded versions of this. The input side is the orange dot, which if you right click on the face that you want with a wrench, it moves it. If you want to take the battery box away, you just need to click on the side with the spot. If you shift click and click, the spot goes to the other side. So good if you can't sort of make it point, if you can't get round to the side that you need the output to face. Say you've got cables going through walls. And then I'm just going to put a cable there. Now the energy should exit this and go into that. No, I've done it wrong. The orange spot is the output side. There we go. So it's leaving here, going into the battery box. Now it's going down a bit because these devices are getting themselves charged. There you go. Once they're charged, and I think it goes in line in priority, that will then store its energy. So generator, I'm going to quickly run upstairs and go to the coal coke. We've got some coal coke, some creosote oil. Coal coke's a lot more efficient. So, for example, the information provided by Not Enough Items, I think it's part of Not Enough Items, 16k EU at 10 EU per tick in the generator, whereas coal is 4,000. So it's quite considerably more, considering what you can get out of it. It just takes a long time to produce. I won't be using coal coke for my main fuel. I'm actually going to be setting up a more eco-friendly renewable biofuel source, which will be fully automated. I'm full of wonderful ideas. I wonder how long that will take me to get working properly. But so this is our electric furnace. I've got some copper dust here. I'm not going to be making any bronze right now, I don't think. Just fling that in there and look at the speed that goes. This can also be upgraded. There is, in fact, an advanced machine version that's even more. The extractor, take rubber wood and put it in there. Oh, wrong way around. No, that one. And you'll get rubber out of it. Alternatively, you can, if you put GAC, sticky resin, the normal stuff that you get, I don't think I've got any here, you'll get free rubber out of it, so it makes for a much more efficient rubber collection process. No, right, okay. So I mean that's some. Finally got some engines down and got them working. So that's the beginning of my little production. I can, throw my macerator in there. And as long as I've got a fuel source, these machines will keep working. See, it's already done. And I can take it on from there. But I'm going to need a lot more redstone and probably a still fair bit of iron before we really get anywhere sensible. Okay. Hopefully this has explained, shown off a couple of the more interesting items. And we'll see what happens next, shall we? This is Whisky, signing off.